Hi. My name is Andrew Russell. I was born in 1983. I am a 30-year-old gay, white, agnostic, but spiritual, Midwestern man of generally Anglo-Saxon descent. In the grand scheme of things, I'm pretty normal, and I've led a relatively privileged life. Here I am, dressed as a witch. I spent 18 years of my life as a gay man in Indiana. I grew up in a rural environment with horses, corn, and an excessive amount of Mountain Dew. Always feeling a little on the outside of things, and like any 200-pound gay teenager on a horse, I wanted off. Escaping Indiana, I sped to Pittsburgh, and then Manhattan, and now Seattle, always thinking I would eventually find my own, a white gay man. 1 part minority, 2 parts majority. I have a boyfriend. He is 23. He was born in 1990. When I quote Oda Mae Brown and need to explain in detail to him the unknown 1990 film Ghost, it reminds me that he and I are also very different. We hold hands a lot. It's actually pretty gross if you're not us. Earlier this year, we were walking through Belltown, Seattle's premier neighborhood for those frequenting in straight intercourse or those daring to acquire some local methamphetamines. We are holding hands, and a man in front of us whips around, points a finger right in front of our faces, and shouts, "Abomination." I look at him and I say, "Namaste." Romance as protest, sexuality as statement, this is just part of the deal, the minority bargain. The other day, we are walking in Capitol Hill, Seattle's premier gay neighborhood, and are holding hands. I look around and I see at least 5 other gay couples holding hands. I drop my boyfriend's hand and exclaim, "Oh God, we are so gay." 1 day protest, 1 day PDA. 1 day special, 1 day not. 2 sides of the same coin. The title of this speech is Majority Minority Envy, aka Make Me Feel Alive Again. Understandably, the minority wants what the majority has got. It's exclusive, it's unknown, it's chic. This is a tea kettle, designed by renowned architect and designer Michael Graves. Graves was born in Indiana as well, as was Amelia Earhart, Gus Grissom, and Wilbur Wright, proving the debated point that corn increases mental capacity. But that's not why I'm up here today. This tea kettle was designed for an Italian company, Elisi, in 1985, the same year Rock Hudson stepped out of the closet and admitted to having AIDS. The same year the Supreme Court was debating whether to overturn an Oklahoma law that would have banned homosexuals from teaching in public state schools. This is the same tea kettle, only redesigned for Target in 1999. Does anybody own this tea kettle? I do. The company commissioned Graves for a variety of household products as part of their campaign to partner with known designers to bring high-style design to millions of Americans. This brought Target a record year in net revenue and was an instrumental move in the Target we all know and love to this day. In 1999, Will and Grace was in its 2nd year. Vermont Supreme Court ruled the state must grant gay and lesbian couples the same rights as heterosexual couples. Once in the home of a few, now in the home of millions. Same tea kettle, different time. The NAGAAA, the North American Gay Amateur Athletic Alliance, has rules. One of those rules involves a limit. This is all true, by the way. Each softball team playing in the Gay World Series cannot have any more than 2 straight players per team. In 2008, the Gay Softball World Series was held in Seattle. And during the games, the San Francisco team was accused of having over their limit of straight players. 5 ball players were summoned before a protest committee and an impromptu tribunal accused of cheating. Inside a small room, players were interrogated. According to court records, 1 player declined to say whether he was gay or straight, but acknowledged being married to a woman. Another answered yes to both gay and heterosexual definitions. "This is the Gay World Series, not the Bisexual World Series," he was told in response. The committee ruled that 3 of the 5 men were non-gay and stripped the team of its 2nd-place finish. The decision ended up in the Washington State Supreme Court. Watch out, the majority wants in. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis recently won 2 MTV Video Music Awards for Best Hip Hop Video and Best Video with a Social Message for their hit song, Same Love. Yes, that category does exist. I follow Beyonce on Instagram and Twitter. Do you? Do you? Hey, yeah. She has 6 million followers and is following 0. It is clearly not a 2-way relationship. I'm sorry. I also follow the queer hip-hop artist Leaf. Here's what Leaf posted in response to the Macklemore and Ryan Lewis win. This got me thinking, is Macklemore's song even for the LGBT community, or is it for the other 22 letters of the alphabet? Everyone in my family has a prominent waddle. Maybe from riding horses, maybe genetics. I'm not a doctor, so who am I to know? When we all walk side by side, it looks a little like we're naturally executing the choreography in The Wizard of Oz. I went to the Carnegie Mellon School of Drama, which is just about the gayest thing anyone could ever do with their life. One day I was briskly waddling to movement class, donning some fabulous linen workout pants. As I was crossing the street, I heard a man yell, "Faggot." I thought, how terrible. Some poor kid is getting called faggot. I heard it again and wondered where the targeted femi youth must be. Then the shouter yelled again to clarify, "Bow-legged faggot." Bingo. Fighting for one's rights can be invigorating. A certain amount of adrenaline is involved. You must be certain. You must be true to your category, and it comes with a certitude of community, and you must know who you are. In this respect, the minority has always been on the outside, and who can blame those on the inside from wanting to sing along with those on the outside? Enter the new Manifest Destiny. What made Manifest Destiny possible was endless, mysterious, completely unknown, and available space. Liberating in a sense, isn't it? Don't need to know everything because you can't. Don't stay put, there's always somewhere left to go. Conquering land, fighting natural habitat, floating on the wrong ocean, debating the stars in the sky, building a dam, taming a horse. Oh, how freeing, the practical. 313,933,954 people are still drinking from the well of Manifest Destiny. But what happens when the lords and emperors in the eyes of those 400 years past? When birds have been fed nothing but birdseed, why should they hunger for pie? When humans have been fed nothing but pie, why should they settle for just a little birdseed? This is what happens when land is taken, and when horizontal conquering is complete, things turn vertical. People dig in, into themselves, into each other, into relationships, into the other. Perhaps the next frontier is the consumption of the minority. What would happen if the next phase of adventure, the next quest for connection, the next log cabin, maiden voyage, the next use of time and money by those who have it left over, were to go towards building a theme park committed to the adventures of the minority? Roller coasters through generational unemployment and addiction, bumper carring from one corner to the next as a homeless gay youth, water slides through the barrio. What happens when those who have become so restless in having, they begin to dabble in having not? Maybe as white men swiftly become the minority, maybe those at the top are starting to sense they'll soon be the underdog, soon be the bottom feeder, soon will be without all that they have, and that their plump fingers and oil-soaked mitts won't be able to withstand the daily torture of manual labor, if not for some conditioning, some trial, some testing, some stretching, some reaching. 1 part attention envy, 1 part curiosity, 1 part necessity, and 3 parts a hunger for more. A mix of motivations that will make the majority steal the minority. Or maybe it's just guilt. Thank God for Mars. Do you want to live on Mars? Mars One is a nonprofit Dutch organization that plans to establish a permanent human colony on Mars by 2023. The application process is now open. The daily routine on the red planet will involve work on the colony, maintenance of the settlement's systems, and research into Mars' climate and geological history. According to Mars One, there will be Wi-Fi and internet on Mars. The website says there will be no limitation to email, texting, or WhatsApping with the Mars residents, but only a 3 to 22-minute delay for information to reach the other end. So there's that. Probably the most important thing about the mission is the fact that you will not be coming back from the red planet. The effect of the atmosphere on your bones and your system will make it impossible to return to Earth. Volunteers must be, according to the website, resilient, adaptable, curious, creative, and resourceful. Perfect for the majority. Suddenly, new frontier. Mars suits required for survival, the farming of Mars vegetables. Oh, but boy, majority, must you be focused. You're on your own, pioneer style. Any SOS, any Houston, we have a problem, will be met with sadness. To send a rocket to Mars would take 6 months, so you are on your own. How liberating. Nothing to worry about but your own survival. Suddenly, once again, manifest destiny, putting a halt to the majority-minority envy. When a person must simply struggle to live, suddenly all are equal. Priorities become pretty clear. No more horizontal conquering, nor vertical. Thank God for Mars. We could all benefit from a little space. Thank you.